It's really affected us. It's actually affected me like mentally. Like, I felt like the whole world was against me. I feel like I've been in the wrong for going to mediation, for doing this. And we're only trying to fight to get what's right for our child. She's got every right to have this education.
Kelly Hayward and her 11-year-old daughter Chloe are fighting an uphill battle against Portsmouth City Council to get Chloe an educational health and care plan. Kelly and her husband have been left with no choice but to take the council to court to get the right support for their daughter.
Chloe was diagnosed with autism in year 5, so she was diagnosed with autism, and as soon as I got that diagnosis, they put in a whole list of things that Chloe needed help with and support, and the school obviously wasn't meeting those needs. So I went for a meeting with the SENCOM at the school, and I said, look, she's got a diagnosis now, you need to put more things in place to help her.
Kelly and Chloe are one of 20,000 families around the country that are currently challenging the council's decisions about SEN support.
So my son has actually had an education and healthcare plan since he was 4 years old. He went to Willow's Nursery at 2 years old. He had a fully funded 30-hour-a-week placement, and I've seen the real difference in like my son, because he got a diagnosis early on. Chloe, I've had to take them to tribunal. We've been to mediation twice. And yeah, it's been a really difficult time.
If an EHCP is refused, parents can appeal the council's decision and take their case to tribunal. There, a specialist and a judge will listen to both sides of the story and make a decision going forward.
We put in for the education healthcare needs assessment, which we went to mediation. It was an awful experience. Both me and my husband come out there crying. The LA were really quite mean. The SENCO was 100% against it, someone that we sort of trusted in the school of our child. She was like, Chloe doesn't need one, Chloe's quite capable. Back to tribunal, it's November 2026, we've got another whole year waiting.
Action taken against councils for SEN decisions increased by 21,000 between 2021 and 2025.
It's really affected us. It's actually affected me mentally. I felt like the whole world was against me. I feel like I've been in the wrong for going to mediation, for doing this. And we're only trying to fight to get what's right for our child. She's got every right to have this education, and certainly where I've seen the same with Lewis, he's had the right help from the beginning, and I've always been happy with his learning and that, because they're doing it at a level that's more suitable for him. Whereas Chloe, you find it very challenging, don't you? She gets very upset, and it's struggling to keep her on task with her homework because she's struggling with the work, and the maths is too difficult for her. Isn't it? And you really do struggle. You get quite upset about it, don't you?
A 2024 Freedom of Information request showed that Portsmouth City Council only delivered 1 out of 150 EHCPs within the legal deadline, whereas 5 years ago they achieved 90% on time.
The LA are failing thousands of kids across the city. There are so many kids that are going through the same process. They lie, they gaslight parents. I think it's terrible. I think the whole system needs a new change, but they can't just cancel the education healthcare plan. These things do need to be placed for these children. There's such a battle to get it, they can't just stop them.
Government released the school's white paper, which outlines the future plans for the education system, including special educational needs. I spoke to Portsmouth City Council's Cabinet Member for Children, Families and Education, Nicholas Dorrington.
My biggest challenges as a councillor is people who elected me. It's being able to help them navigate the system.
Yeah.
And the system at the moment is difficult to navigate for those that know what they're doing, let alone some of the parents.
Yeah.
I do feel for some of the stories of some of the children that are just not getting they're not getting a suitable education. They're not. And when you look through all of the legislations and there's so many restrictive things which are blocking the path to education at the moment. It's difficult for parents, and I do understand.
Yeah.
So the council are told told by government the parameters of how to judge, or to say judge, how to assess each individual child, and the process of accountability should that assessment not be met. So they are in essence carrying out the rules laid down by government. If a parent believes that their child is not getting the level of care or that's unjust, then they have every right to go to tribunal.
Yeah.
The findings of the tribunal can sometimes be completely different to the rules or the parameters laid out by government, and there lies our dilemma.
Yeah.
There are concerns the latest reforms will make it harder for parents to get an EHCP, but the government aims to make ordinary provision more inclusive so that less children will need one. Ivana Domazetska reporting.